Today I would like to run you through my Garmin Striker 4. I would like to show you some of the things that I am using. This is your main screen that you come to. I am generally going to use the traditional sonar. It will read your depth, voltage, and GPS time. One of the main screens that I am going to go to while I'm ice fishing is to the right of the screen. You're going to make sure when you have an ice transducer, you select your sonar setup, come down to transducer type. Make sure that this transducer type is what it should be, what your ice transducer is. I'm going to go back. Automatically it will go to an auto high gain. I like to select this, and I like to change this. As you can see, when you go high gain, 100%. I'm generally anywhere from 74 to 90, just to get rid of some of the disturbance. We'll select 88 for now. Another thing you want to do, choose your frequency. You can choose it here. Now if you're going to choose chirp, you will see that the beam width automatically goes to 19. I'm going to actually select 24 because there's 24-degree cone, because there's nobody beside me, so that's going to take it off of chirp automatically. So 24-degree cone will give me a better view of what's going on behind me, or underneath me I should say. So there you go. You got your range is on auto. We're going to change that in a minute here. Gain is set to 88. Frequency automatically sets to 145 kilohertz, and that is because we've selected a 24-degree cone. If there's going to be some ice tents below us or beside us, or if we're fishing really deep, we're going to go to a narrower cone. So let's get started. So I have a flasher and an ice jig right now. As I drop it below the transducer, you're going to see a little bit of disturbance. So as we settle out at 10 feet, you will see my ice flasher and my ice jig is right below that. So the solid line at 10 feet is my flasher, and the small line is my jig. I'm going to go down further. You can actually watch yourself drop below. Now, if you look on the right side of the Garmin screen, you will see that I've selected a setting which is extremely important. It is a real-time setting. I can show you that in another video. But you can see the fish as they come in real time. The history will move to the left. So as I jig, you'll see the little bump in my jig. A little bit of disturbance above that starting. I'm going to jig again. I'm going to show you that setting here right now I was talking about earlier. When you want to manually zoom, you can go into a manual range. You can actually zoom right in. I don't normally do that unless I'm fishing really deep. Then I'll set my zoom to say 60 feet usually for kokanee. Then I can see what's 60 feet and up. So for right now, we're going to set a manual range so we can see the whole screen. So we're going to jig. You'll see my flasher, you'll see my jig. Big jig, slowly let it down. Even bigger jig, slowly let it down. So that's how we're going to attract the fish in. Once we see a fish on our screen, we're going to be able to adjust. Now this line is coming in a little bit dark for me, so I am going to adjust the gain. I'm going to go to my settings. Gain. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Go to 83. You can play with the gain from there.